Sometimes bigger adventures just have to give way to little ones. So today's little adventure is going to be climbing Saddle Rock, which is at the southern end of a ridge that kind of extends out of the Goldfield Mountains down into the northern reaches of Apache Junction. So I'm going to take this use trail up around that furthest high point there on this side of it, and then Saddle Rock will be a little further to the south of that. So this is that ridge, the southernmost ridge of the Goldfield Mountains, which culminates with Saddle Rock. It does not take long around here to get out into some beautiful areas. I mean, you drive anywhere outside of the Phoenix area, find a trail, you're gonna be looking at stuff like this pretty fast. Okay, so I just came from this direction, and then this is looking the other way. There's a trail, or the trail that I was on continues that way, and this side trail right over here continues up to Saddle Rock. So going in this direction. All right, just came up over the crest, and there's Saddle Rock straight out ahead. So the trail goes into the gap there, and then the climb will be on the south side. All right, so here's the route up. It's probably just a class 2, maybe a class 3 climb. It's right up into the little gap there, and then it's a more gentle slope up to the summit up there. Well, I'm on the summit, or pretty close to the summit right here, just sitting down. It's a little breezy. I just don't want a big gust to come up and potentially knock me off balance or worse. I'm gonna go up to that high point too on the way back. Probably get some more views up there, because it's, if I remember correctly, it's a lot safer on the summit up there, so get some more views from there. All right, standing up just for a little bit. Yeah, it's a sheer cliff over there. A little bit more of a slope for a little bit here, but then it just drops again. It does definitely make me feel nervous just standing up here. So here's the route up right here. Yeah, then here's a little gap right here between the south section and the main summit. So that's the way up. Here's a different look at the gap. The steepest section is right at the bottom. All right, I made it down with the backpack on, which was trickier than I thought it would be. It took about 2 minutes just to go from there down to here. Just trying to position my feet in the correct places. All right, well, that was Saddle Rock. Makes me a little nervous at the summit. I don't really want to hang out there too long. I'm gonna get up to that other high point and take in the views from over there a little bit longer. All right, I made it up to this high point. It's point 2463. And then Saddle Rock is 2346, I think. I think I got that correct. So yeah, 2463 here. And then Saddle Rock is 2346. A little bit safer up here. There's just a couple little cliffs along the route up to this one. I'll film it on the way down. But it's definitely safer than climbing up to Saddle Rock. And definitely feels safer on the top, although there are cliffs pretty close to me. I'm probably seeing it. One of the snow-covered mountains out there is Mazatzal Peak. I think I can see it. It's going to be too hard to point out on camera though, but I'll zoom in as close as I can. So Mazatzal Mountains and Mazatzal Peak, one of those, I think. Going over this way just a little bit. The snow-covered one, I think, is Mount Ord. And then looking at the 4 peaks here. So the last video I made was the hike of Geronimo Head, and that's it right there in the center. And then there's another little high point, which is a high point of that mountain, I guess. So that's Geronimo Head. And then Malapace Mountain right there. And then that's Tortilla Mountain right there. And then some of the higher peaks in the superstitions further back. One of those may be Mound Mountain, the high point of the superstitions. Yeah, my initial plan yesterday and today was to be somewhere out there in the superstitions overnighting. Was gonna leave yesterday morning, hike as far as I could, and camp somewhere, and then come back today. I was just worried about the threat of rain this afternoon and potentially being stuck on a dirt road out there, or just stuck out there in the rain myself. But I didn't want a chance having the car stuck and having to wait, so I decided to cancel that. I may get to it in another week or so, but I may have to put it off for longer. Seems like lately every time I want to do something bigger or better, something kind of always comes up that makes me think otherwise. Probably could have done it still. I definitely could have done it. Could have just made it a point to be out of there early, but I didn't want to take that chance. So I had to settle for this little adventure here, but I had just as much fun, I know. So not too long of a hike today, right at the edge of town pretty much, but man, as soon as you get out here, you just feel like you're away from it all. You can still hear some of the noises from that quarry down there and whatnot, but that's fine. It's still really peaceful up here and beautiful. So here's the climb up right here. So that's the high point, point 2463, and then Saddle Rock is that one right there in the middle. So I've been on this road, ATV trail I guess, for a little bit, and this is the actual trail here, and then it'll meet up with the road again, turn into a trail again, and then hit the main road, Forest Road 10. Well, there's the high point, point 2463. I think I'm getting it right again. Saddle Rock is behind that high point there. And that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up here. It's gonna be a little bit over 2.5 miles, about an hour and a half. Just a fun, quick hike here in the Goldfield Mountains. Got a lot of great scenery, a little workout, and still have some time to do other things today. Hopefully next time, it'll be something a little bigger and better than this. But if you are looking for a quick hike in the Apache Junction area and want to get a little climbing in, you can't go wrong with Saddle Rock.